Don't help ignorant people. There are ignorant people everywhere playing the victim, only looking to do harm. Like, I don't know, like, how is it that I started to, like, feel sympathetic toward people? I don't know how is it, but I started to feel sympathetic. I started to help people, and I guess you could say ever since a kid I was like that. But I always kept my distance. Ever since um, I started they started to hit me. I would keep my distance, but then I as a adolescent, I started to do that. I started to help people, and then I started to realize that that they every time I would try to help somebody, that either in that in any way that I would try to help them, they would always try to, like, they would always repay me with evil. They would always do something bad in return. And it was like, hey, wait a minute. Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. And so I've realized that, you know, that there's people that are out there that are just playing the victim. And in the United States, it's weird how you can see it. How you can see it. How when you're driving around, you see people. You see people, begging for help, and and it's weird, how how you say to yourself, no, if that person needs help, I'm not gonna drive some type of drug addict, prostitute, etc., 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 and you deviate from it. But when you live among the people, and they're around you, it's like, how can you run from it? When it's not necessary drug addicts or prostitutes, but people that are, you know part of this or part of that, and it's like, you know how would you say it, sympathetic or something like that? But that's the way I think that you have to be. You can't help nobody. To begin with, if they're ignorant, you have to let them learn. You have to let them learn. No one can help them. you know personal aspects, personal changes get done personally, is what I think. You can't help somebody. You have to let them do them by themselves. Otherwise, they will never learn. You're only doing them harm. And so, um, these other people that play the victim, these other evil people, that there's a lot of people out there, they'll only look to do you harm. They're demons. They're demons that are out there, you know, that live life after life, and they don't care about their life because they know what type of life they're living. But if they can do you harm in your life, they'll do it. They'll waste their time, They'll focus their entire time on you because they don't have nothing better to do, because you are their priority. And so I think that's what demons are. That's what demons are.